everybody, and welcome to Auto Club Speedway here in Fontana, California, where the guys at Speed Ventures, shout out to Speed Ventures for giving me some track time here at Auto Club. Hit the link in the description. I got a special discount for first-time Speed Ventures track day attendees from your boy at TheSmokingTire and Speed Ventures. Hit that up in the description if you want to do a Speed Ventures track day in Southern California. This is a 2018 Lamborghini Huracan Performante with a window sticker of about $250,000, and it is just a lovely thing. To go from regular Huracan to Performante, you get a -90 in the weight category. There is a lot of weight savings in this car. You also get a plus 30 horsepower and plus 30 torque. That is quite lovely, and that's thanks to better valves and camshafts and different rotating assembly. Actually, I don't know about that rotating assembly thing, but lightened things. And then you get the aero package, the downforce, and that is well documented. The active aero front and rear, keeping things stable. This car specifically has a Roots style supercharger from VF Engineering, our old pals. And so rather than making 631 horsepower and 430 torque, this makes 870 horsepower and 650 pounds of torque at the crank. It's running about 8 pounds of boost. It also has to run a dual fuel system. So in addition to the DFI, it runs a port fuel system. The Performante has a completely separate air management system from the regular Huracan. So the development of this car, although the experience to the user will be the same, the development was much more difficult to get it to work. So you get the blower, you get the new fuel system, you get a new transmission tune to adjust for the new torque, and a new ECU tune, and that's about it. The rest of the car is actually stock, including the exhaust and everything else. The tires are Corsas, they're not Trofeo Rs, but this car only has like 1,100 miles on it. So we are going to run a few laps of California Speedway, Auto Club Speedway. In just a second, I'm going to put it in Corsa mode with stability and traction control off and manual shifting. And I have a camera on the gauge for you. All right, kids, out onto Auto Club. First lap is going to be under caution while we get some heat in the tires. This car, I have done a quick session in it, so I know what it's like. We're not going out there completely cold. This car is pretty freaking extraordinary, and as you'll see, it's easy. The MO of this car for me is really just how easy it is to get to the level of performance that this car can get to. And I'm intentionally going slow to make a little gap in the car in front of me. And I'm just in sport mode right now. We're going to go into Corsa in a second, but sport mode. Like I said, Pirelli Corsa tires. Corsa mode. Don't have the Trofeo Rs. I wish I did. Frankly, wish I did, but bend it on down. So far, pretty easy, right? Kind of like, normal Huracan. Performante is, by all accounts, much more raw and ragged than the regular car, although I haven't driven a stock one. But on this one, we have stock everything minus the power, so the chassis dynamics should be a correct, what's the word? Experience. No sacrifice, really. I forget if do I get point buys here? Is it open pass again? He said, oh, look at this mini lifting that inside tire. Good for you, buddy. Just mobbing. Pretty sure they said the first lap was supposed to be point buys, but that seems safe. So far, very, very easy. The steering is very, very light. The throttle in Corsa is quite sensitive. Look at this, we got a big group of cars in front of us, and they're all pretty quick. But we're gonna see what this thing does on the front straight, and if I can get by a couple of them. Here at Auto Club, we're using the NASCAR Roval. I'm shocked at how light this steering is. It really seems like it should be heavier. Here's fourth gear. And away we go. Passing 140. Was that 170? Wow. This thing is not slow. Good grip here in the front. Obviously, real deal carbon ceramic brakes. Just remember, let's not forget that in completely stock trim, this thing laps the Nürburgring in under 7 minutes. Stock, okay? I am telling you, this first lap is still point buys until I cross start finish again. And that's why I'm not going to do it. You don't come to someone's track day and then abuse their rules. That's just not good. But just patience, my friends. We'll get there. 1 second. You know what's so crazy about all these the supercharged Huracans and the supercharged R8s is the car just takes to it so well that you're like, why doesn't it just come like that? It's weird. Like, it should really just come like that. All right, so the blue flag, let's assume that means we can pass. Not even sure I was in the right gear. You guys are probably laughing at me going, why does he keep me being in the wrong gear? I have a camera blocking the gear indicator. I have to move my head in a very unnatural way to see what gear I'm in. So I apologize for that, but I'm doing it for you folks. Wasn't it? He dove right down there, didn't he? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna have this Lexus just straight turn into me. This Cayman GT4 Club Sport is on slicks, so with my road tire situation, there's like no way I'm going to be able to keep up with him, but I could probably motor him on the straights. There's some push right at the mid-corner. Oh, this guy's catching some dirt. The car's very stable, though. It really feels predictable. I mean, this is the big difference between something like this and that ZR1 I drove recently was at 160 or 170. I got very tense in that ZR1. probably taking this much more seriously than I am. I'm having a laugh out here. I will say that with the extra power, the car isn't so happy trying to drive quick with stability control on. It cuts out quite a bit. You gotta really turn everything off, but the car is super, super stable. Dive me into the braking zone. Woo! Oh, that was a little four-wheel slide on entry there. Very predictable, though. I didn't feel like I was going to lose it. Oh, these brakes are great. Really, really good. This car, I got air conditioning, fully cranked. I got a gap on that Cayman GT4. He's not getting any closer. This is fun. This car mobs. Alright, goodbye M3. It's got like 140 easy on this little infield front straight. That's real crazy. So much power, and it's the power band is like the stock power band, but with so much more torque. Blew that. All right, now we're in third gear coming out of I can't see the red line. Track. This is NASCAR, but I'm not even trying particularly hard, and I'm just cracking 170, and it is glorious. Hard on the brakes, dancing a little, haul it down, turn it in, and there's a little bit of four-wheel slide with a little bit of understeer. Gets a little rough over the curving. This car is awesome, and I've got air conditioning going, and it's not worth. I mean, you're talking about a car with aftermarket forced induction. I'm not going to dive bomb the Z06 there. We will wait. Oh, that could really cause you some problems there. Z06 was 650 horse in front of me. I'm not sure what line he's using there. It's the speed is one thing. The speed is so crazy, but it's the stability. Like, yeah, it pushes a bit in these slow corners, but when you're cracking 160, 170 on the straights, and it feels rock solid, that is nice. Seventh. What can I do in seventh? Still almost 170. Stick front. Here's where you don't want to fucking sail it into the wall, right? Uh-oh, it threw a code. The temperature has crept up. Some temperature has crept up, and it threw a code, and it says, do not exceed like 5,800 RPM. Okay. That's fair enough. We did a few minutes. I think that's a video. Let me hazard it. Give this guy a point by. And we'll go in. Wow, okay. So even though the coolant temperature is indicated normal, the oil temperature is indicated normal. I've thrown some type of a light that's, hang on, let me get you past the dichotomy of having your windows up for sound and having to give a point by sometimes. I don't know what happened actually, because the gauges indicate that everything's fine, but the car is saying to me, "Hang on a minute, boy. We're gonna take a little break here, and I'm gonna dive into the pits, take a little break." Sorry, I didn't give the fist to them. I got windows closed for sound. Okay, so 170 plus without even trying on the front straight here. That's impressive. Doing it easily without having to think about anything, that's super impressive. Doing it with air conditioning on, super impressive. It is 91.4 degrees ambient temperature. So we're talking about a very hot track and a very hot day in a mid-engine car with aftermarket forced induction. So, wow, you know, you're not in the best scenario there, and yet my gauge, which I will twist to show you, my gauge here is showing normal temp, and the oil gauge is also showing normal temp. So I'm not sure what happened there, but the car got a little unhappy with me. The car's only got 1,000 miles on it, you know. So where can we end up with this? VF makes dope stuff. This car is extremely fast. As you can see, I walked on a bunch of cars and I kept a full-on GT4 race car off my bumper on totally average tires. So the performance level of this car is just staggering. They'll sort out. Oh, engine compartment overheated. So that's an interesting warning. Okay, so that's a buildup of heat in the engine compartment, not in the engine itself. That's very interesting. Okay, so I'll sort that out and I'll let you know. Actually, let's do it on camera. Hey Nick, come on in, buddy. Come on in. Join us for the end of this video.
All right.
Stick your head in.
How'd it go?
It went good. Hang on, I'll be back. Come have a cruise through the paddock with me, Nick.
Yes.
Here's Nick, guys.
Hi.
Hi. Here's Nick. Nick of VF Engineering, the man.
Thank you.
I'm going to end this video with you because I had a great session. It was really nice, passing cars, going fast. And then I got a light that said don't exceed 5,800 RPM. And I got this light up here with a thermometer, but coolant temp normal, oil temp normal. I then got a warning that said engine compartment temperature was getting very hot. So it seems that the engine itself, the coolant, the oil have no problem with this track days. But I might have built up some heat. It's 92 degrees outside, so I built up some heat in the engine compartment itself.
Okay.
So, as the professional behind this project, what is your analysis of that situation?
Well, I'm looking at the gauges. I can see the temperature for the coolant. The engine coolant is normal, exactly at normal. The oil temperature is at normal operating temperature too. So I suspect that the heat that's radiating from the supercharger may be causing the temperature in the cabin in the engine bay to exceed its safe limit.
Do you think this car has an engine bay temperature sensor?
No, I think it's actually calculated.
Oh, it's like a math formula that just decides that that's not good.
Yes, so we'll have to study that. And
that's something worth studying for track days.
Definitely.
But for a bunch of laps, it was extraordinary.
Yeah.
So not surprised. Nick Saran, VF Engineering. Check him out on our podcasts. We're doing that Monday. This car is amazing. We need to figure out how to manage engine compartment heat, but the motor and the trans and everything else is woo! Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank you for watching this long track video of a very fast car. See you later. Bye.